Welcome to my Wednesday night live tonight. If I can here without making this fall over, I wanted to show you a full sunset and get you set back there. Now I understand it's just a little teeny bit, but isn't that little teeny bit beautiful? And from where I'm from, mountains, rivers, and lakes, I just think, but in the meantime, it'll just look like this. Hey, Dick. So I'm just hanging out. Tonight is just a quick update. Whatever. But I did post a video this week, and I posted one the week before, other than my live. If you haven't caught them, and one is walking to the market, so you can see what a local market is like here. And now that the weather's cooling off, it is so amazing here. I absolutely would not be moving if the weather was like this every day. It's currently 79 degrees. I just checked. Believe it. An alarm going off there. So, how are you? Um, really glad you're here. This week, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Critic every um, whatever the million things it tells you. You're not good enough. You're not successful enough. You're not XYZ enough. Oh, I'm glad you saw. Sometimes they play it loud, sometimes they don't. But first off, let's see, we're nearly 3 minutes in. I got to do something I promised a friend, okay? So this might seem a little off, but hi, Danny. It's an sometimes I still do, and we're going to switch to, I knew that I was going to do last time. I'm not too quick all the time, but hey, I'll get there, right? We'll get there together. Anyway, so many have signed up, and I did used to have the problem, like severely, with the voice telling me, you know, I wasn't good enough, or how I didn't measure up, or I'm not like other people, and which now I embrace the fact I'm not like other people, but before, I mean, it was almost debilitating because uh, I've probably told you this story. I'm going to tell it again, but I would try to open the key fob. I'd use the key fob of my truck to open the front door of my house, and it was after chemo, so I mean there was a reason, but it was still. Um, I just my voice would tell me how stupid I was, and how what an effing moron I was, and how could I be so stupid and all that stuff. And by the time that this voice was done with me, I just felt chewed up and spit out. And then I learned some techniques through thought leaders like Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Aman, that you can literally change those thoughts. You can tell those thoughts to even shut up, put a cork in it, and it just makes your day so much better in your life, and you start achieving your dreams. I mean, look, here I am in Cancun. Like if this would have been me 10 years ago, then the same thing would have happened. I probably would have been just curled up on the couch, immobile, right? And so I want to empower other people to have the sense of personal freedom, of controlling their thoughts, which actually control their emotions. And sometimes vice versa. Like you could be feeling something. You're like, oh, what am I feeling? But you could say, hey, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm done. That's like the old me, out. And it's so empowering. And I just want to share this with people because it's awful living with that voice that tells you that you're not good enough when you are good enough. You're perfect just the way you are. So there comes another motorcycle. Thank you. Um, they didn't get their lines right. They weren't supposed to come in for another 15 minutes. And that's a joke, by the way. Um, let's see. Yeah, the weather's been fantastic here. I didn't write anything down about this conversation. Um, I just thought we'd just have a chat, tell you what's going on. Um, it has been a challenging week on many fronts. Uh, but the difference of me from 10 years ago, 3 years ago to me now is how I handle situations. Let's say, for instance, something makes you sad. Well, instead of staying in that state, you can say something like, hey, okay, I'm feeling sad. This is me unhappy, or I'm sad about this, or stressed about this. And you can say, okay, well, you have, I'll give you a couple of hours, an hour, 5 minutes, whatever your time is. So instead of spending 10 days in that state, that negative state that doesn't do you any good or anybody else, you could say, okay, I have this afternoon, I'm just going to be a little quiet, just feel this, experience it, because you don't want to ignore the feelings, and you don't want to, because that doesn't do anybody any good any either, because what happens is then you stuff it and then it erupts later. So acknowledge it, deal with it, see if there's something that you need to learn from it, and then you can move on. And so me from 10 years ago, 10 days to me now, something big hits, it's 1 to 3 hours, maybe it's 5 minutes. Huge difference. And I just want to share these skills that I've learned that we're not taught in school. We're not taught mostly by our parents, because our parents weren't taught. And, most of us are just doing the best we can. So I just really want to thank you for being here. I've been posting a lot more information. I have a new, relatively new, like within a month or so, a new Facebook page, Love, Grow, Live, Free Home. It's facebook.com/Love, Grow, Live, Free Home. And I really would encourage you to join me there, because I've been posting information about, health, nutrition, our food supply, um, some plants and gardening, things like that, because how that all ties together. Yeah, you've probably noticed my tagline is grow your mind, grow your food. And how I connect that is our food supply is broken. There's a lot of toxicity in it that scrambles our brain. Like sugar is a neuroexcitotoxin. There's things like BHD and pesticides and all that. Well, if you can grow your food, great. If you can't, then there's organic. But many people can grow their own food, and I teach like how to grow in a healthy soil biome, and the nutrients that I teach about, the nutrients your body needs to thrive, because a lot of the foods that we eat in the standard American diet, the SAD diet, get it? SAD, standard American diet, actually depletes our bodies and robs our bodies of the essential nutrients it requires to run like 8,000 plus, I don't know how many processes every day. I mean, blinking is a process, breathing is a process, hair growth is a process, cellular regeneration is a process. So there's a ton of processes going on that it needs, like essential nutrients, amino acids, all those proteins, carbohydrates, certain things. And when you are bombarding your system with foods that are toxic, it interrupts a lot of those patterns to maintain optimal health. And so when you grow your food, or when you eat clean, healthy food, it will actually detox the brain, because we have, with the air we breathe, the water we breathe, we actually have stuff in our body that clogs our thinking. Simple way to put it. And so you can't make good decisions for yourself, for your loved ones, or anybody else when your brain is in a fog and you're just struggling to get by. So Dr. Amon talks a lot about that too. A lot of us actually have technical brain damage. Like, I fell out of the back of a moving truck when I was a kid, landed on my head, 27 stitches. I'll joke with my dad and say, yes, I do come by it naturally, but things like that, what if you fell down when you were a kid and bonked your head? I mean, those things actually physically cause damage. Dr. Aman is the only psychiatrist, psychologist, physician out there who's gone on record to say, why don't we take x-rays of the mind like we do of broken arms? How logical is that? And he has a YouTube video out. I encourage you to watch it. I'll put the link down below after this live is over, that you can actually, you can see brain damage. So he has a YouTube video out, what I learned from 90,000 brain scans, and you can look at it and you could see somebody with ADHD, somebody that has had brain trauma, somebody that's had a stroke, somebody that's, and so a lot of psychiatrists are prescribing medication for people that really honestly probably don't have psychiatric disorders, but they have brain damage. And Dr. Aman talks about how you can heal your mind, and that's another level that I go into with everything that I share, is how you can physically change your thoughts. The food can heal your mind and your body, and we can all live an optimal, healthy life. Easy peasy, right? Anyway, I am so glad you're here. I did want to touch base with you. Have some exciting things coming up. Getting excellent reviews from my coaching clients, which I don't know if I have the words to describe it, but what I can tell you is that one of my clients, okay, she went from kind of the body language of, kind of unsure of herself. She was applying for this very high level position, reporting to the CEO or the VP. And she was just, her energy was drawn and she was down. And within a few sessions, she, it's that 2 centimeter shift in the chest. She was standing up. She was proud. She was brave. And she was like, the transformation for me was it left me speechless. I mean, I know it's possible because I've lived it, but to see it in someone else, I was so happy. And so, it made my soul happy that I was able to help another human being like that. Does that make sense? Yes, she gets it. And she went from being, oh, I hope they hire me, to, they're going to be damn lucky to have me because I bring so much to the table. I mean, oh, yes, I'm like, you get it. And so anyway, I just had to share my win for the week. That was really wonderful and wanted to tell you about it. So we're at about 14 minutes. I'll probably wrap this up here. So great that you're here. So happy you're here. I love you so much. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for always being here. Your comments, I love your comments. Again, sometimes it's like, I'm talking to a phone. I mean, I know you're there, but I'm talking to a phone. So I really, really desire that interaction with you guys. So anyway, I think that's it for this week. Aw, Dennis, you're so sweet. You're a rock star too. I just love you so much. Thank you. That's it for this week. Cross your fingers on we're going to do the 3-day challenge, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll put the link in the description. It's just 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day to put a cork in the silent critic's voice. You know what I mean? Shut that puppy up. It's time to get on with things. Start living life. Start thriving. So, I love you. We'll talk to you later. We'll see you next time. Much love every day. Bye for now. Oops, maybe bye for now if I can ever figure out how to turn this off. Okay. Nope, that's not working either. Ugh. Okay. Hello. Yes, I want to stop streaming. Okay. Bye.